Heidi ho, subscribers and viewers, welcome to my channel. Hey guys, I'm Jake, and I wanted to make this video because when I had the gastric sleeve, I didn't realize how much the sleeve would have saved my life. Absolutely saved my life. And I hope that with this video, it could help in any way with anyone thinking about really where they are in their life and if they're kind of on the cusp of like if they should get the surgery or not. Maybe this could help them. So, welcome to my channel! So, I had the gastric sleeve on December 16th, 2019. I didn't realize how much it would have changed my life. At the time of recording this video, I've lost 170 pounds in 9 months. But I didn't realize that it was going to save my life in completely other ways besides just my weight loss. So a little bit of a story time. I don't know why I call it story time. I honestly don't know why. It's kind of corny. So it was probably about February. I was just chilling. The world was kind of normal. I was working. We were doing all this kind of good stuff. And I had some eye pain. So, and I had red eye. So I was like, oh man, I have or something, Jesus. So I go to urgent care. And as I'm in urgent care, my back starts to hurt a little bit. And I'm like, what's going on here? So we talk about the eye, and then she mentions the back, but you know, whatever. And then my back started to progressively hurt more and more as the day went on. And I'm talking to my mom and I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. My back is killing me. Like I can't like hold back anymore. And she was like, well, we can go to the doctor, but if it's that bad, we might have to go to the emergency room because they can do like a CAT scan right away there and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to the emergency room and it's like unbearable. And we get there and I haven't drank anything the entire day.
Why would you do that? You gotta drink. Come on, kid.
And they're like, oh, you have to pee in this cup and this, that, and the other thing. And my pee was like so dark, and that obviously has to do with the drinking. But I go and get a CAT scan, and they realize that there is a 8mm kidney stone stuck in my ureter, and it's not moving. And I have another kidney stone, 5mm kidney stone in my right kidney. And I'm like,
what do I do?
You know what I mean? I had no idea what I was doing. And I was like, well, can I just pee it out? Like, what does that mean? It's stuck, you know? So I got some tests, and then they suggest me to a urologist. So I go to the urologist. He tells me all this stuff that I have to do. So after weeks, he says we have to go up there and like see if we can get the stone. And if not, we, chip it and kind of push it back into the kidney and, blast it and stuff like that. So I was about to go to New Orleans with my fiance, and I was suggested like, oh yeah, you probably shouldn't go just in case you have like extreme amount of pain. And I'm like, we're not going to New Orleans. Like, that place is a party. We went like 2 days after Mardi Gras, so it wasn't as crazy, but it was really fun. And I couldn't ruin our trip together because of a freaking kidney stone that I had in my kidney. So yeah, I went and I came back and we ended up having the procedure, and the procedure was so long because I lost a bunch of weight, but my BMI was still a little over for them to do the procedure comfortably in that surgery center. So I had to go to the hospital. So I ended up going there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I had to wait all the way till 9 o'clock at night because there was a couple of emergencies for my doctor, which I totally understand. I just expected it to go easy. They either get the stone, hopefully that's the key, or they just gotta push it back and we can blast it or anything like that. He also mentioned that they might have to put a stent in. There's like a high chance they might have to put a stent in. So I was like, okay, so I knew that. So I wake up and my doctor says that we had to put a stent in. We chipped off the stone as much as we can. We pushed it back. We couldn't like reach it. And he also said that he found a polyp in my bladder, a small polyp in my bladder. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, we don't know for sure. He says it was very odd because 99% of the time, people who have a polyp in their bladder is from smoking, and I don't smoke. Unless it's people on go-karts. I still don't do that, though. I still don't. So it was very odd to me, and we didn't know if it was cancerous or not, but he said when he snipped it out, he essentially cured it, but they have to go back later and see if there's any residual stuff in there. So weeks and weeks go by. COVID just happens. Like, COVID was just kind of starting when I was in the hospital, but it was only 2 people in there and I didn't know anything about it. I was like, we were all walking around minding our own business, you know what I mean? No face masks. And then boom, it happened and all the procedures got stopped. So it was about 4 weeks because we had to send to Johns Hopkins, and it turned out to be a low-grade form of bladder cancer, which is still really crazy to say, really crazy. But it was a low form of bladder cancer, and my doctor said we still got to go in there and see if there's any residual stuff like underlining, just to be safe. I was like, okay. He set up a plan for me saying that for the next 8 years I have to get checked up. They have to go up there every year for 8 years and pretty much see if there's anything in there. So what the plan essentially is to go up there every 3 months for 2 years, and then go up every 6 months for a year, so twice a year, and then every year for 5 years, like once a year. So that's what I have to do, and that's pretty much my life for the next 8 years, but it's what I have to do to be safe. When they went up to do the procedure to see if there's anything residual, there was nothing. It was negative. What he did, clipped it. I was cured of that. Technically, I have to say that I had cancer. When it comes to medical reports, I have to make it known to my doctors if they ask that I had it and everything, which is super weird. I ended up thinking about this whole situation, and the reason I passed my kidney stone was because I cut out all my sugars and I started drinking a bunch of water. Because all those years of drinking soda and Arnold Palmer and eating all these sugary foods and bad foods formed kidney stones. And one got stuck in my ureter because I finally flushed it out. And because they went up there and grabbed it, they found the polyp. If I didn't have the surgery, what if I kept building up that kidney stone? And what if it just happened to not get caught? Sometimes kidney stones don't get stuck. And I passed the kidney stone, and they never go up there. They never go up to my ureter and get the stone. And they probably would have never found the cancer. And who knows, years and years and years could go by and the cancer could have formed and metastasized and everything. You know, it's a lot of what ifs, but it's in a situation where I'm so grateful for where I am. The gastric sleeve saved me from years and years down the road potentially and having bladder cancer and not even realizing until it's too late, or to a point where we have to do a bunch of different stuff. So I'm forever grateful for that. I am forever grateful for that. And this really put in perspective, and I hope it puts in perspective of anyone who's watching this, if you're considering the surgery or if you have the surgery or anything like that, make sure you get checkups. Make sure you really, really go to your doctor and see if you're healthy and see if everything's okay. Because you never know, and you want to live a long, beautiful life with your family and your friends. And I believe the sleeve helped me with that. I really do. And I know this is very serious.
Serious moment, yeah.
But it had to be said. And a lot of people that I know around me don't know that I had to go through that. And it wasn't really that bad. It was just a lot of craziness with COVID going on and my mom going through radiation. I had to be very careful. And we also had to make sure that I was healthy. But it worked. We're all doing good. The cancer is all gone. We're situated with that. And I'm good. So that is how the gastric sleeve saved my life. But it also saved my life in many other ways. It completely changed my outlook on life. It completely changed the way I go about things. I read labels differently. I eat differently. I lost 170 pounds. My BMI is significantly lower, where I don't have to worry about going to get a procedure and they say, oh, we can't do this because anesthesia isn't comfortable doing it. It completely saved my life, and now it's added years on to my life. And if you're thinking about getting the surgery, I highly, highly recommend just going to a seminar and talking to a doctor. You don't have to go to a seminar and be like, oh, if I'm going to a seminar, I need to have the surgery. No. And if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Comment down below. Message me on Instagram, which the link is down below there. Ask me anything. I would be happy to help you. And if you need help, if you have somebody that isn't supporting you, or you have a lot of family who aren't sure, or friends who aren't sure about it, maybe I could help you. So if you enjoyed this video, it would be amazing if you hit that like button, subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. And yeah, you guys have a beautiful day. I never know how to end these videos. So yeah.